Alrighty, let's see here. Let me make sure that I am live. If my phone can start. Okay, so I forgot to change the title for this week. I'm not channeling. I actually want to talk a little bit about money. So let me go ahead and jump on Facebook and share this video out. Share this video out so that we can get some people in. Right? Some people in. If you are watching live, I do want you to click and go to my business page. The reason why is because I did see some questions come in, but they were not directly on my business page, and that's the only way that I can see your question on there or your input. So I am getting this out now. You know, it's so funny. If anyone is here, I don't even know if you're here or not, but my my husband showed me this, I guess, I don't know, this video the other day where what it looks like when people are getting on, when they're on live, and there's this guy like, all right, just waiting on people to come through. Just waiting on people to come through. Just waiting on, oh, we got one. And it was the guy's friend walking behind him. I'm not really a great storyteller. So anyway, ever since he showed me that, I'm just sharing this out. Ever since he showed me that, I feel like that's what I'm sitting here doing. I'm sitting here waiting on people to come in. It's just gonna wait. Just gonna wait for people to come on in. I guess I'm done. I don't know. What I will say, let's see here if we got anybody on in. The reason why I say that is because I am using, hi, Shianka, right? Shianka? Okay. Please let me know if I'm saying your name right. I hope I am. I'm not the best name teller. My daughter is 6 and she just agreed with me. I don't know how I feel about that. So yes, if you are watching on Facebook, I see Shayanka, you're watching on Facebook. If you are on YouTube, this is shared out to YouTube. By all means, subscribe. I'm not going to sit here and wait too much longer. I've gotten this shared out tonight. I'm going to be here up until probably around 6:30 or 7 o'clock, and that is because gotta be a mom, gotta work on a kindergarten project that's due tomorrow, and I have family in town. I live in Greensboro, North Carolina, and all we do here is not all we do, but this time of year it's North Carolina Auntie's homecoming, and so it's like a holiday in the city. So everything is going on this weekend, and it's kind of hectic. All right. We are going to talk about, thank you, I'm glad you understand. So if I have time later on, I might pull a couple of cards, but I'm not going to do a whole long session like I did last week. I do want to get this shared out to one more place. Let's see here, one more place, and then I'm going to get started. I have two business pages. One is called Watson Wellness Group. And the other one is Jennifer L. Watson. So if you haven't liked those pages, go like them. All right, so let me go ahead and jump on into this topic. We are going to talk about money. Money. And pretty much why you don't have to have money to be rich. But I mean, who doesn't want money, right? I'm quite ill prepared tonight, but we just gonna wing this. And I'll tell you a story. I always like to start out with stories, I realize. Yep. Thank you, Macy. Now you can be quiet. And so, okay. I have had this, I like to say, this kind of repeat tape in the back of my mind. Growing up, you know, like any kid, wanting to get stuff. I watched my father work tirelessly, doing various like moonlighting gigs. He was a deputy, so he was also doing moonlighting gigs, and so I would go with him some places like the water park, skating rink when he was doing security, etc. So my dad was gone a lot. He was gone from home a whole lot because he was busy working. My mother, she was at home. She stayed at home, but she was on disability. And so, anyway, I say this because I had two older brothers, so it was five of us. We weren't poor. I don't want to come across like that, but we definitely, things had to be carefully watched. That's the way I like to put it. So my whenever I would ask for something, it was always like, I can't get that for you right now, or I don't have the money for that right now. And so the reason why I'm bringing this up is because as I have grown older, I realized that I was repeating a lot of the same stuff. The I'm broke, the conversations about bills, things like that I witnessed as a child. And as I got older, I realized that I was having those same conversations with my own husband. And then something dawned on me. I was watching The Secret. So tonight, I guess it'll be a lot more about law of attraction and using your intuition with money. When I was watching The Secret, and it dawned on me that there's a lot of things that I need to shift in my mindset. So I go on this whole long journey. Yes, being a mom, my husband's not home. My daughter decides to ask me for everything while I'm on here. So anyway, I go through this whole yes, all I got to do is just be super happy all the time, right? Because that's a lot of what The Secret talks about. Being happy, and just making sure that you're have this positive mindset about money. And I tried that for a while. And I realized that it wasn't working. So I set out with all these positive affirmations. And even though I said these affirmations, and even though I tried to remain as positive as I could around the topic of money, there was something that was missing, and it was a key ingredient. The key ingredient that I was missing was my emotions around money. So while I may sit here and say, oh yes, I'm rich, I'm a millionaire, I have all of this money waiting for me in the bank, I did not feel it. Okay? So I didn't feel it. And that's one of the things that I was missing. So number two, the next thing that I was missing were some of the words that I was using. So even though I had this positive mindset, it took a lot for me to remove the conversation that was going on inside of my head, like I'm broke, I can't afford this right now, I'm broke. And that's because that's what I witnessed. And that happens to a lot of us. Sorry, I gotta open a bottle of water for my daughter. That's what happens to a lot of us. We repeat these same conversations that we've heard as a child within our own household. And so, yes. So I had to do a lot of digging, a lot of soul searching, and it took a lot of practice to remove these words, and it took a lot of practice to change my feelings. Two key things. So now it's another story time. All right, so what I've done so far, if you're just joining in, what I've done so far is that I've told you about how I grew up and what the conversation was about money in my house, and how I carried on that conversation up until, I don't know, probably a few years ago. So that's a long time to have a habit to try to break. And the conversation was I'm broke, and I started repeating that. And then I watched The Secret. I'm introduced to the law of attraction. I tried changing, being positive, just only positive with positive affirmations about money. but then it didn't work. And so when I set out on a mission, now that I'm aware, I set out on a mission to change my thoughts, and it was really hard. I feel like I'm repeating myself, so let me back it up for a second. I set out on a mission, and it was really hard. So instead of saying I'm broke, yes, this is where I'm going. Instead of saying that I'm broke or I can't afford it, I said, I really could afford that right now. I'm choosing to spend my money on XYZ. Maybe I'm choosing to spend it on my phone bill or my internet bill or rent. Because the key reality there is that you do have the money. You may have $800 sitting in your account paying rent, waiting to pay for rent or whatever. But you have this shirt that you see at the store and you really want it. So instead of saying I'm broke, because you're not, you have it, you're just you're making a choice to spend your money on rent. Because everything is a choice. You don't have to pay rent at all, but it's something that's there that you're choosing to do. So when I started out on changing those words and using these words instead, I realized that a shift was starting. I realized there was a shift in energy around money starting for me and my family. And so I'm telling my husband these things as Spirit is telling me. And he's like, okay, I can dig it. And so he starts doing it as well. But then I realized that even though worry and anxiety really crept up, really bad, I realized that, okay, the worry, it's going to take some practice to get rid of that. So I changed my words. Now I need to get rid of the worry and the stress, because that emotion was bringing about more things that I didn't want. And I always say that worry is a prayer for the unwanted. Worry is a prayer for the unwanted. And so the more you worry, the more you're praying for it to happen. The more you're wanting for it to come into your universe. Sorry, I had to give my daughter the mommy look. So yes. So then I needed to, once I got past the worry and the anxiety, I truly had to shift my emotion down up an emotional scale. All right. So what is an emotional scale? So you can actually Google it, but there's an emotional guidance system. I always talk about how our emotions are our a lot of words there. Emotions are our inner compass. So once I made that shift from worry and I started gradually moving up the scale from like depression all the way up to joy, there's a whole range of emotions, I started again noticing even more of a shift. And so, phone is ringing. And so now I am at this place where I don't worry about money. I'm not saying that I'm like out here buying yachts and stuff. But I'm not worrying about money. I know that what's mine is mine. I truly feel and know that if I want to go out and buy a yacht, then it's mine. It's here. It's now. Yes, I'm still using that affirmation. But I'm also pairing, hi, Nye. But I'm also pairing up the emotion with it. And so when you combine those two, your emotions and the affirmations, you're unstoppable. So what do I feel? I feel rich. I feel rich as hell right now. What's going on? We are talking about money and the spirituality of money and how you don't really need physical cash to be rich. And I'll tell you why I feel rich now. Because I made those two changes between emotion and affirmations, my words, choose my words carefully. It's because in my vibration, in my energy field, I realized that cash, paper money, coins, all of that, it's nothing but energy. We put so much emphasis on thank you. We put so much emphasis on a piece of paper that we realize that you can take any piece of paper. It might not be legal, but you could take. Hi, Kara. We could take any piece of paper and deem it money. Hell, I can give you my card and say this is $5. It depends on what energy I put into that piece of paper. So, if you ever find yourself, oh, nice, yes. Please let me know. Please let me know. And please let me know if I'm saying your name correctly. I feel like it's Nye because when two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. It's a long vowel. Those those rules stick in my head. When we put so much emphasis on this paper, we just lose track of our true innate value. And we are out here. Yes, an illusion. Yes, we lose sight of what is truly meant for abundance. So I feel abundant. I feel rich because I have a house over my head. I have food in my kitchen. I can go and, come as I please in my own vehicle that's paid off. Oh, I truly do believe in the ancestors. Oh, I actually, that's my grandmother back there. I have her glasses. I have a cigar over here. Yes, I'm all about ancestor work. I'm heavy into genealogy. And so, yes, I feel rich because of my food. I have everything that I need. And I feel that there's so much more in the universe that is mine. It's just me following my own inner guidance system to receive it. Because I don't see anything from a distance. I see that it's there. But I have to get myself, hey Sharon! I have to get myself to that point. I have to get there. I have to follow my emotions and I have to follow my inspirational thoughts to that end point, because time is not so I find that time is not linear. It's just a matter of manipulating everything to fall into, God, I can't even really describe it, but I understand it. I'm the worst sometimes at describing stuff unless I have it written down in front of me. But time is not linear. So anyway, so if there's anything that you've ever wanted in your life, if there's anything that you ever wanted to purchase with, energy, then by all means, follow those 2 steps that I gave you, shifting your emotions about money and shifting your words and implementing those affirmations. Now I see. Then I tell you, I have found you for the agenda at hand. Okay, well let's talk night after this broadcast. I'm not gonna be on long. I know I said it a little earlier, but for y'all just joining in, I am not gonna be on here the full entire time because my husband got called out to work today when it's his day off. My daughter has a kindergarten project that's due tomorrow. My brother and my nephew are in from California. I'm in North Carolina, so we haven't seen each other for a while. And they're coming over here. So it's a whole lot going on. And I'm sure somewhere along the line, these kids are going to want to eat something. But yes, please follow those rules because there's so much more out here. And money causes, yes, time is static. We're only passing through. I agree. I totally agree. And a lot of that has to do, especially when I'm channeling, like I get out there and it's like, whoa, I'm in another dimension and you don't feel time. It's just a wonderful feeling to know, see, and be able to feel that. And so I think the more that we have an understanding of it, the less stress our lives will become. Let's see here. So I hope y'all understood that. I know I just gave y'all like a short blurb. Oh, let me kind of go on and finish telling the latter part of my story. So I talked about my childhood, trying to break up that record that I heard my parents play. Going through this whole law of attraction, not really understanding it, and then taking the law of attraction a step further, and then now I'm seeing the shift in money. I'll give you a few examples. Do I astral travel? I do. I do not every night, but there are a lot of times where I wake up and I'm like, yeah, okay, I know I wasn't here. I know I wasn't here. Um, but yes, so now I'll give you a story, an example of how my shift in thought has changed my reality. I don't know how many of you all are friends with me on my Facebook page, but I did put up a post about I drive Uber, I drive Lyft. I quit working for someone else. And when I say someone else, like a corporation, I quit working back in May. And so since then, I have set out on this mission to truly change the world one person at a time. And that's through, doing the Uber and the Lyft and things like that. But then I realized that driving Uber and Lyft kind of became my clutch. And I wasn't really focusing so much on my own business. And so probably about a month ago. Oh, you do? Well, we have to talk. We have to talk. Um, I'm really interested to hear your stories. um, I realized that was becoming my clutch. So about a month ago, I said, you know what? Forget this. I do not want to drive Uber and Lyft the rest of my life, although it is good side hustle money, and you can make good money from it. But that's just not my true focus that I want to do. So when I, again, made another shift in my emotions and my thoughts, then my business started picking up. And I cannot tell you like how crazy great this feels to know that it was always there for me. It's just that I had to change my mind. Um, so there's that. And then, just a whole bunch of other things. I mean, my husband and I were making like great. Oh, yeah. Yes, Sharon. Yes, yes, yes. I just met with Sharon earlier today. Excuse me. And did a reading for her. Such a sweet person. I love you, dear. Yeah, so another thing I will tell you, and this is very personal, is that, my husband and I, we were making like great money, especially for the expenses that we had. But I'll just tell you, like, we were making, quite a bit. That you would think you would look at us from the outside and be like, well, why aren't y'all doing this? Why aren't y'all doing that? But we could not keep it in our pocket. We were not in the right mindset for money. We could not keep it in our pocket. I will tell you today is that I am doing my own business. And we also lived in a 1-bedroom duplex with our daughter there. Today we are making, I don't know, quite a bit less. I'll say probably like 50% less because my husband, he's a contractor, but his hours have You're a Mother All Nations. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I couldn't see who posted that because I have to go on my phone to see it. I'm using a different system that's broadcasting this out, so I can't really see everything. Excuse me. But we're making about 50%. Oh, let me turn my own voice down. Where are we? Okay. Oh, nice. Yes, thank you. Yes. Oh. I love it. I love it. I love y'all. Yes, 50% less. My husband is a contractor, and he has he's probably pretty much working part-time. And so now we have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath apartment, and the car is paid off and everything else. So we went from making all of this money to not being able to keep it to making much less money and being able to still live even a better, I guess, lifestyle than we did before when we first started out here. So how have we been able to do it? Yes, yes. How have we been able to do it? And that's because it took a shift. And so that's all I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to give y'all those examples. So if you have any of your own money stories, by all means, let me know. I can also add you in on the live real quick. I have a few more minutes if you want to jump in and share any kind of stories, or if y'all want to talk about a different topic. I am here. And I just love having a chance to be able to talk to everyone and to serve you all. So while I am while I'm waiting here, if anyone wants to join on, I'll tell you a few quick things that are outside of the topic of money. So, I have just completed my my God, this took so much work. I just completed my Jesus, I can't get it out. Online course, how to read oracle cards professionally, because that's what I do. I read oracle cards. So I made a complete course to describe everything that I teach in this course, how I do it, and then not only will you have okay, Sharon, we're going to touch on that here in a second, Sharon. So not only will you have my complete way I do things as far as readings, but you'll also get my own, I'll walk you hand in hand. I'll help you. So through weekly Q&A sessions, through coaching, through me giving you a reading on your own strengths and weaknesses. If you're looking to develop your own intuition, this course is pretty fantastic. Like I almost feel like I should be charging way more, which I did. I did the calculations, and I'm like charging like half of what I should actually be charging. But if you're not looking to really, learn how to read oracle cards professionally, then I do have a store I just opened up, and I'm really super duper excited about this because I have a lot of items in there. I have oracle cards. I actually have to go add some more things in today. But I have oracle cards, a few journals, sage, things like that. So, and then also I'll have some necklaces. Yes, my daughters are reminding me crystals. Some necklaces there. Yes, so I'm really super duper excited about that. So by all means, I'll add a link here. So yes, I'll add a link here for you to go check it out. I'll add it here. I'm gonna type it in now on my phone because I can't do it on my computer because I am like I said, I'm using a different broadcasting system. I'm not looking at Facebook right now. I'm looking at a different system. So I'm going to type that in here now. So by all means, okay, there we go. Go check it out. All right, so now that I got that done and over with, of course I got to put in a plug, right? So let me scroll up here and make sure I didn't miss any of the comments. Oh, yes, Sharon, I'm so glad we crossed too. Yes. Oh, Mother of all nations, goddess. Oh, my goodness. That really touches me, Nye. Mother of all nations, goddesses. Yes, Sharon. Oh, thank you. Nye, I know who you are. Yes. Okay, Sharon, you said, I have no control over money. I need to learn to budget more. Okay, so let me touch on that real quick. All right. So no, it's online. It's an online store. I probably should have started saying that out, right? It's an online store. Yes. So the link that I just dropped, that gives you the courses as well as the items that I have for sale, and it's free U.S. shipping. So you don't have to pay for shipping. I know that's like a really thing to pay for when you're buying stuff online, so you don't have to worry about that with me. All right, no control over money. Okay, so having no control, there are some things that you would just have to shift, as far as making sure that you are, of course, lining up your priorities, as far as what you want to spend money on, and making sure that, if you see something that you want, I know I do this a lot of times when I'm in the store. If I see something that I want, I may grab it, and then I'm going to walk around the store with it. Excuse me. And when I get back, and I wait until I'm about to check out, and then I look at it again, and I go, do I really want this? Or was I just initially attracted to it, and that attraction faded? If that piece doesn't make you happy, if you don't feel like, oh, yes, I have to get this, then don't. Don't, because that's going to help you actually kind of curb that initial, bang, I got to get it. So just wait, patiently wait. And even if you don't get whatever it is that day, excuse me, then you can always return back. and get it then, and get it another day. Thank you, Macy. I swear sometimes I think she wants to be a co-host. But yes, you can definitely do that. Or if you, because the thing of it is that if it's there, if it's there, then, and you wanted it and it's meant for you to have, it'll always be there. It'll always be there. So once you start doing that, I'm just, Nicole, you're probably there. Yeah, well, nobody else will buy it, baby, because if it's meant for you, it'll be there. Sorry. One day I'll probably have her on the show. Not tonight because I'm like kind of time constrained. Yes, you're all good, Sharon. Okay, let me scroll up here. Excuse me. Now, if you want to get rid of, out of money, please start meditating. It will help you. Okay, yes, it will help you. Okay. Yes, thank you. I will. You said rad or I see rad of money. Okay. Meditating will help you. Okay. Yes, exactly. Okay. All right. So, hi, Denise. I see you too. So good. All right. So, with that being said, excuse me, I have just a few minutes, and there is actually, I'm going to pull out my cards here, and I'm going to put my phone up here so I can actually see comments better, because on this broadcasting system, I forgot my daughter put seashells in this box of cards here. I really love using this card, and I do have this deck in my store online. So if you click on the link I put, you'll see this deck on there. And again, it's free US shipping. And if you're local, then I may just bring it to you personally. Excuse me. Okay. So over the past, I guess month, starting on October 1st, Denise, who's here on the live, she actually hosted a Reiki challenge over the course of 30 days. And I'm not sure if you had seen some of the posts that if you're following my business page, Watson Wellness Group, yes, I love these cards. These are the bomb. If you're following my business page, Watson Wellness Group, then you would have seen the Reiki challenge. So if you did see the posts that were coming in for the Reiki challenge, because Denise dropped a lot of good jewels over the course of 30 days. And I'm not going to lie. I so tried to keep up with her in posting things, but boy, I don't know what happened, but she did a fabulous job on that. So there were quite a few other companies too. Watson Wellness Group, LLC. On that page, you'll see some of the posts, and on my personal Facebook page, you'll see some of the posts that she put up where other companies were sponsoring something. So here's the thing: if you followed my page, if you followed some of the other sponsors' pages, then you have the opportunity to win some pretty cool things. So I'm going to show you what the winner, because I'm going to announce the winner now. Or I'm going to figure, I got to go back and look because I think I left my paper in the other room. I may have to just put a post. But this is one of the necklaces that I'm going to show. It's not going to have a black cord. This one is mine personally, but this will also be in my store as well. The chain will actually be like a silver or a gold chain, and then I'll put various crystals in it. Most likely it'll be something for healing and chakra healing. Will be in this, I guess I kind of call it like a chamber. I don't know, or cage, crystal cage, so to speak. But yes, that is what the winner will be, will have. But if you want to check it out and you want to buy one, by all means, check out my link that I put up there in the comments. So let's see here. All right, so I have time literally. Again, if y'all want to jump on here, we were talking about money earlier. If y'all want to jump on here, just let me know. I will pull you in. I think I can do that from my phone. I don't know if I can or not. Nicole, you there? Can I pull you in? I don't know if I can.
Nicole.
For some reason, I can't do it on my phone. Yeah, I can't pull people in. So, I got to figure out how to do this for my business page. So, anyway, does anyone have any questions? Any questions? I am here to pull one card for you all, and I can take like 2 people. But as soon as this is over, because I'm getting off after this, I do want to have a chance to talk to you. So, by all means, please do. Hi, Dustin. Hi, Dustin. I see you just came on. So let me know. Like I said, I'm taking 2 people, and then I have to go because I get long-winded when I give readings. I get so super long-winded. But I mean, I can't really stop. I can't really stop spirit a lot of times. All right, Nicole, you said, it won't work on your laptop. Okay. Okay, Tanise, you want one? Okay, Nye. Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to pull a card for Tanise. Nye. All right, okay. Vashti, I'll throw you in there too. All right, so that's it. I can't take any more because if not, my doorbell's going to be ringing here in a minute with my brother coming over. Okay.
And your nephew.
Yes, my brother and my nephew, as my daughter likes to remind me. Okay, so Tanise.
And my uncle.
Yes, Macy. Okay, Tanise, this card is for you. I'm going to try to... Oh, Nicole, girl, go somewhere. So, Tanise, this card... Macy, thank you. Please be quiet. It says, Talisman... I'm trying to... It's such a sheen on these cards. Talisman of Potency, charging... Ooh, see if I can focus it. Charging sacred objects of power. You know, this is one of my favorite cards, actually, because it's with the word power, like you see it all in her face. Oh, that's creepy. The blue light is a reflecting off of my camera. I don't know. I can see that blue light on the card. But anyway, this card is all about power. But you know, what's really interesting is that this is something I had not noticed in this card before. But if you see, like from over here and over here, there's a triangle. And that card, a triangle's always, the triangle always reminds me of connection to spirit. The reason why, and this is going for you. I mean, this is for you. The triangle always reminds me of connection to spirit because that's the way I like to explain readings to people. I'll always describe that within a triangle, you have at the top, you have God, source, creator, spirit. But then at the bottom, you have, say, like me on one side, but then you have the other person on the other. And so there's a transference of energy that's just kind of going all around the triangle. So whatever you send out into the universe, God, creator, it comes back down to another person. So it really just shows the interconnectedness of one. And so for me to tell you how that all shapes is that you are... I'm not going to say what I want to say because sometimes I curse. But you are extremely powerful. And I know you, but I want you to know you. You know you're good. You know you're good. Oh, your hair's just like, oh, wow. That's crazy. But you are, I think that you're starting to own your power a bit more. And so with this power in this card, you own your power because you're very confident, but I feel like you're coming, I'm trying to describe it, but I feel like you're like, this is going to be the best way I can describe this feeling that I get. You're going from yes to yes. Let me know if that resonates with you. Yes. But yes, there is a meditation that goes with these cards. And I'm going to send you a picture over for it after we are done. And it's rather long, so I'm not going to sit here and read it for you. But I think that there is something there that I should send over to you. I'm feeling that. I'm getting that. Good. Okay. Good. Okay. And so then we have Nye. You're looking for, oh, let me scroll my comments back up. New life and path. Yes. Okay. So let me see what I get for you there. Oh, okay, that was fast. You got 2 cards. Both of these, oh my God. Okay, so let me show you these. So let me try to get the sheen. Okay, so this one is magic and ritual, crafting sacred practice. Yes, crafting sacred practice. And the second one, oh, and they're like the same. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be interesting. The other one says key of life. Oh, let me see, key of life. And the bottom says spinning the Ankh, the key of life. Spinning the Ankh, key of life. Do you see how both of these cards are so super similar in the artistry? Oh, wait, I'm kind of crooked there. Super similar in the artistry. And the first thing that stands out for both of these cards actually is the circle that encompasses the woman. That's on the cards. And for me, is that this is actually like your aura. I don't, let me see how I can explain it. Because both of the women in each card are, they're whole, if that makes any sense. They're whole. And so as it relates to your new life, I think it's a life that you've, I'm feeling like it's a life that it's not really new. I don't feel like it's new. It's something that you are remembering one that you've had, if that makes any sense. And so in switching gears to go back to what you've remembered and what feels familiar to you, if that makes any sense. Because sometimes we can go through life where we're on one path and then we switch. Let me scroll up. So, and then we switch, maybe midlife, and decide to want to change and go in a different direction. But it's really truly not a different direction. It's one that you've been on before. But in this particular life, you chose to start out one way just to get back on the path that was familiar, that is of the highest good, of your highest good, if that makes any sense. And so, again, I want to send y'all the meditations that goes with these cards. So contact me. Make sure that you like my business page, Jennifer L. Watson, if we're not already connected on my personal page, so that you can send me a message and I can get these pictures over to you from the book. And yes, and so your aura, girl, I'm just gonna say your aura is just your aura is crazy. Hi Jacqueline, aura is crazy. So I hope that resonated with you, my dear. Please let me know. All right, so I have time for one more, and this is for Vashti. If you're there, let me know if that resonated with you. I think it did. Thank you very much, my dear. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, you're welcome. Okay. All right, Vashti, one for your business. One for your business. Okay. Well, you got 3. All right. So, let's see here. This is really interesting. And I'm getting here. Okay, so I see you have 2 cards that are very similar to each other. This one says the Lunar Queen, she of the Celestial Crescent. So you have the moon on this card, but check this out. You got the sun on this card. The rising sun, the divine solar child reborn. And you got one other card too, and I'm going to read them all together. And I think the way these cards should be out, this one should be in the middle. It says past life, present power, the many spiritual faces of you. So here's the thing. You have moon, and then you have past life, and this is how it should be read, and then you have the sun. So I'm gonna say, like, for jeez, it's just really powerful. That's so powerful to have the sun and the moon. Usually people are like one or the other. Usually people kind of gravitate towards either the moon or the sun. But for that to be related to your business, it's like the first thing that's coming to me really is cycle. And the reason why I'm saying that is because if you think of past lives, it's like a cycle. You're living, you're dying, you're living, you're dying. But then you also have the moon and the sun, which is a cycle. The moon rises, the sun goes, the sun goes down, the moon rises, the sun goes down. That's what I'm saying. Cycle. And so what I'm hearing is that if you take the time, especially in your business, to recognize the ebbs and flow, the cycles that you're finding yourself spinning in regards to your business, then you can start to make changes where you feel necessary. Like, for example, for me, in my business, I realize that sometimes I go through cycles where I'm always wanting to create something new, but I have to stop myself because that's kind of just how I operate in my mind sometimes. But I have to stop myself and pull myself away because I realize that I am about to fall back into this old cycle that's not serving me. So not to say that you are doing something that's not serving you. It's just that you have to be careful with falling back into old ways. Yes, falling back into old ways, especially when it comes to business. So I hope that makes sense. I mean, to have the moon and the sun and then past lives, girl, I don't know. That's some ish. So yes, I hope that resonated with you. Let me know. All right, y'all. Jacqueline, I see you. I know. I don't have time tonight because I was explaining to everyone that I got a kindergarten project that I need to do. Hey, Crystal. Oh, good, Vashti. I'm glad it makes sense for you. I have a kindergarten project I gotta do with my daughter. Somebody's gonna want to eat. I gotta feed the kids, and my brother is on his way over here with my nephew from California. And my cousin. Yes, and as you hear my daughter in the background, right? One day I'm gonna bring her on because boy, she loves the camera. But yes. If you haven't checked it out, please check out my store. I have this deck in my store. I love it. Check out my course, How to Read Oracle Cards Professionally, because I sit here and I do this, and I'm using my intuition with the Oracle cards, but I am no magic person. I have just taught myself over. Vashti, your reading's always on some extra. I know. But yes, check out the store, check out, the course. I am no magician. I am no one special. We all have this gift called intuition. We just have to tune in, shut our mind off, and learn to be guided by it. So, I love y'all. I will be back next Thursday at 6 o'clock. So make sure that you join on in. Next Thursday, I may actually do some channeling. That's fun. That was really fun last week. So if you did miss last week's episode on channeling, by all means check it out, because I'll tell you this, especially when I channel, I don't remember anything coming out of it. And so I was talking to some people afterwards, and they're like, yeah, you told me this. And I'm like, what did I tell you again? Because if I kept and retained all of the information that I received, I would be one crazy person. It comes in, it flows out, it goes to the person that needs it at the time, and it leaves my mind space. So you could probably tell me your deepest, darkest secret then, and I wouldn't even be able to recite it to you if I wanted to. All right, y'all. So join me next Thursday at 6 o'clock. Come and get your reading then. At the end, I always got to talk about some stuff at the beginning. But come and get your reading if you did not get one this... Okay, my daughter's drawing all over her hands. Lord. Okay, it's all right, Macy. Oh, being a mom, I love it, but boy, I tell you. See y'all later. Yeah, it is hard work. See y'all later. Have a good night, y'all. Love you. I'm going to do... Oh, that's my daughter. Outro. Oh, never mind. I'm not pulled over into the corner somehow. Boy, me and my technology.
Bye.